Hey guys, I'm Makai Block with Limitless North, and I wanted to talk with you about goals for 2017 and just share with you some of the stuff that I have planned for the year, some of the goals that I've set for myself, my progress that I am making on those goals, and how the year has been going so far. It's so simple to come to the new year and have all these thoughts and visions of goals that we want to set for ourselves and things that we want to accomplish in the year. But right now it's February 12th, we're about a month and almost a month and a half into the new year, and by this time so many people start to fall off the goals that they've set for themselves. Their progress wanes, they lose motivation and momentum, and they just kind of accept defeat in these areas of their lives. And I don't want that for you, and I certainly don't want that for myself. And so what this video is about is just sharing with you guys some of the goals that I've set for myself for 2017 and how I intend to make this my best year yet, and then the progress that I'm making on those goals and how it is that I am being successful at these things and making progress on the most important goals in my life. And so as we get kicking off into this, I'm going to share with you a handful of my goals, not all of them, but some of the ones. And really, I've just made such amazing progress already. We're a month and a half in, and just looking back, I'm so thankful, so blessed, and so grateful that I have made the progress that I've made, and I've been able to be so consistent and persistent on the goals that mean something to me. And so I want to challenge you and encourage you that, if you are still on your goals at this point in time, you're doing better than 90% of the people out there. So congratulations. I hope that inspires you. I hope it gives you that energy and that effort to keep going, knowing that you are so far ahead of the game. But you know what? If you haven't kept up with your goals by this point and you've kind of let them start to wane in your life, that's okay. That's why you're watching this video. Get your momentum back and just step back from life for a minute. Rethink, re-idealize, plan your goals again. Redefine why they're important to you to knock out in your life and make them a priority again. Go put that effort and that action and that momentum back into those goals that are important to you and get back on track for the year, because now is the time to do it. And if you consistently can course correct, you're going to accomplish so much in 2017, and I honestly believe it could be your absolute best year yet. So I hope that encourages you. Now, my year so far, I love the progress that's going on. One of the biggest things for me was just having a morning ritual that I did every single morning. This is something that I've done for a long time now, but I just wanted to be super consistent with it this year. And I will do a whole nother video about what that morning routine and ritual is, so I can share with you guys very specific details and why I've done the certain things that I've done. But basically, an overview of it is that I wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, and I go to the gym. I do some stretching before I do that. I go to the gym, I get a really good exercise and lift in, come back to the house, eat, do a little bit of reading in a book for about 20 minutes a day that's involved in the field of study that I care about, so marketing, personal development, success, things like that, so that I'm always honing my mind and growing new abilities and skills in that area. And then I also spend about 20 to 30 minutes doing a Bible devotion, because that's very important to me as well. I want to make sure that I'm setting my sights on the things that matter for me. And then I plan out my day, and I have very specific priorities and goals and tasks for what I want to accomplish each day. And being able to do that allows me to be proactive instead of reactive throughout my day. They say that the first hour of your day is the rudder of your day, and it's the golden hour, which is why I get up at 5 a.m. and I have a couple of hours just to devote to myself and to getting my day right and to learning and planning what I'm going to do specifically in this day, what the goal of the day is going to be. And it allows me to be proactive, because by the time most people wake up, they're rushed, they're stressed, they have to get to work right away, they're going to go sit in traffic or whatever it is, so they eat and get out the door as quick as possible. And by the time they get to work, they don't have any time to plan things for themselves. They get bombarded with all these emails and phone calls and people urgently needing their time. Whereas if you take time in the morning to just develop yourself and devote that time to you specifically, you can line out what you want your day to look like, and you have a plan and a structure for it. And then when things come in that want to pull your attention or your efforts and your energy away from what you have set for yourself, you quickly go handle them if you need to, or you say no to them, You get right back onto your plan and your structure for the day. And by doing that, you can accomplish so much more than if you're always being pulled and pushed and tossed and just swept away with the demands of the day. So that's why I do that. That's why it was so important to me to stick with my morning ritual. And part of that, I mean, it's just been absolutely incredible to do that. I have a great friend that texts me, or I text him every morning at 5 a.m. and we wake up together and make sure that we're like keeping each other inspired and motivated. And at the end of every week, we have a phone call with each other, check in on what we're learning, what we did well, what we need to improve on, and that accountability is amazing, and it's really allowed me to stick to this plan and just do so good at it. So another part of that is I said that I go to the gym pretty much every single day. It's really important to me to be physically healthy and just have that energy that I need to accomplish so much stuff in my life. So going to the gym is very important to me. And to have looked back at the month and a half so far and be like, I've gone to the gym almost every single day of this year. That's incredible, and I am so happy about that. I'm feeling good, I feel like I'm looking better, and I'm where I want to be physically. So one of my big goals for the year is to actually get up to 200 pounds and then probably cut that back down to about 185. And right now I'm sitting at about 180. I've gained about 20 pounds of muscle since November, which is incredible. I have a body type that can put on weight really fast and muscle really fast, but I also lose it really fast, so I have to be on it and have to be really actively pursuing that goal. So I'm sitting at about 180, maybe pushing 185 right now, and I'm really excited just to keep it growing and stay consistent in the gym. One of the things that I've learned over the last couple of years of delving into success and personal development and making more of myself is that I used to front load so much effort into the things I wanted in life, and that's a great practice, but the problem was that I wasn't consistent with follow through after that initial push, because I would burn myself out. I'd give so much energy to something that I would set that as a standard in my life that let's take the gym for example. I have to go to the gym and work out for 3 hours every day. And so I'd be excited about it, and I'd go to the gym and I'd work out so hard for 3 hours, but then I'd be so sore because I worked my entire body that I wouldn't go the next day, right? So that's okay, 3 days a week is good. So I'd wait a day and I'd go back to the gym and I'd do it again. I'd work out for 3 hours and I'd be so sore, I'd wait and go back the next day again. But the problem with that is eventually I didn't have 3-hour chunks of time in my day. I couldn't keep giving that energy and effort to it, but I built that up as the habit. And so now that I didn't have the time, it's like, well, I can't go today because I don't have 3 hours to give. I'll go tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and again, it's like I'm too busy. I don't have time to go to the gym and spend 3 hours there. And so eventually my plans just kind of waned off and I didn't stay consistent with them. And what I'm doing differently now is I realize that success is the continual realization of a worthy goal, the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And so what that means is it's all about consistency. That is so key in life. And so rather than going to the gym and working for 7 hours and getting giant arms, for a day, you're never going to do that consistently. So the better thing to do is go to the gym for an hour and do that consistently over the course of months. And you're going to get there so much better. You're not going to hurt yourself, and you're going to stay consistent and develop these actual success habits into your life. So it may be tempting to, I'm just going to go to the gym. I want to get big, so I'm going to put in all this effort into it. But one day doesn't do anything for you, whereas 7 months of going to the gym is going to give you every result that you want in your life like that. So it's all about consistency, and I've learned that. And so the beautiful thing about this year, and I've done this for quite some time, but just being consistent in the gym. I only work one muscle group a day typically, and I'm there for about an hour. I start my day off that way, so I come back feeling incredibly healthy and good and fit and energized, which is awesome. But I do this almost every single day. I maybe take the weekends off once in a while when I'm doing other stuff, but pretty much consistently I will go every single day to the gym and just work one muscle group. But I know that tomorrow I'm going to go back and work another one, and the next day I'll be in the gym again. And so that consistency is amazing. Furthermore, I don't have to push myself so hard because I know that it's all about the long-term vision of physical fitness and health and bulking and all that stuff. So I don't need to go so hard today that I may end up pulling a muscle or hurting myself or just overworking some area of my body that negatively affects the other areas of my body. So it's been a really cool realization to do that, and just be able to stay consistent and have that steady progress is very exciting for me. So morning routine, being in the gym, working towards my goal of getting to 200 pounds. So I have another 20 pounds to go. Basically, I'm just eating a ton of food and staying consistent in the gym and making sure that I'm being healthy in the process. So I'll keep you guys up to date on those goals. The other things is, many of you guys know that I own Elevated Clothing. I started the company when I was 16. I grew up in Northwest Montana, and now I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm so blessed to be here and get to build and grow my brand. And so about a year and a half ago, we launched a branch of Elevated down in Australia. And I basically have another me down in Australia. This amazing guy that's just building the brand and getting so much more exposure and working with great athletes and doing incredible things. And so the exposure for the brand has grown exponentially because of that. And we also now have interest to do this in Poland and Spain and Sweden, which I'm heading up. And working really hard to get new branches of the brand all over the world right now, but in these countries specifically. So I'm focusing on Spain, Poland, and Sweden and Norway, and just launching new websites for those countries so that I can build up the brand and do very specific things, and then turn that website over to the directors in each of those countries. And so that's one of the biggest business things that I'm working on right now. I'm making very steady progress towards it. I'm getting some new websites done for Elevated. That's going really well. I got a lot of new product coming out. I'm building a YouTube channel for Elevated, also for Limitless North. And then I'm also launching a brand new streetwear side of Elevated, more for Los Angeles, less about the action sports and more about the style, the cut and sew, the very unique custom pieces. And I'm so excited to get that done. Making very good progress on it. Should be launching in about a month, hopefully. I'll have all the websites done and just be pushing forward to doing some really incredible things with that. I mentioned I have the Elevated YouTube channel, and I'm consistently pushing out newsletters as well with that. So just building the brand in general consistently, and that's amazing. And then I'm also really working hard on building the community for Limitless North. So consistent videos for you guys, teaching you all of the success habits and tips and tricks and techniques that I've learned that have helped me go to that next level of success in my life and in every area of business that I care about. So I'm trying to be very specific with that and consistent with it. I'm building some really good stuff on the website, some content for Limitless North and Lifestyle Billionaire Club, so you guys can check that out. So those are kind of the business pursuits. I have a lot of different businesses that I do, and so they each require bits of time and focus. And what I'm so excited about this year is I've been able to very effectively manage my time that I put towards each pursuit. And I've been very clear about writing my goals out, knowing the action steps I need to take to get this stuff done. So I'm seeing progress in every area there. Another thing I've been able to do is really put aside a lot more money this year into my investment accounts. And what I love seeing is that I have the financial freedom account that's growing, and that income is now earning me more passive income in so many different ways. And just watching that grow, building my wealth, that's such an exciting thing. And so I love the progress that's being made in that area. And I'm hiring virtual assistants to do things for myself. I'm delegating so many more tasks than I've done. And I'm just stepping back and taking a bigger overview picture of my overall business and my direction in life, and being able to delegate the tedious things that I don't necessarily want to be bogged down in, so that I can focus on big picture stuff and move my life and my success and my achievement to those next levels. So those are kind of the main things. I have a lot of other goals that I've planned, and I'll maybe get out my notebook and walk you guys through my very specific goals at some point in time, maybe in another month, just to keep up with the progress. But those are the things that I'm working on, and that's how I'm accomplishing the progress that I am achieving right now. And I just wanted to share that with you and hopefully inspire you and motivate you to refocus on your goals. Now, the other thing is, if you didn't set goals for the new year, if you just kind of like have these abstract ideas in your mind about what you wanted this year to look like, I really want to encourage you to sit down and write out your goals specifically. Define for yourself what the ideal life is for you and what you want this year to look like. and just spend some time doing that, and then break those goals into action steps. I used to be a dreamer. I used to be a wisher and a wanter, and I moved from being a wisher and wanter over to a doer and an achiever, and the difference is staggering, right? So I used to have all these dreams for my life, all these plans and visions, but I never knew how to actually make them a set plan and go achieve them until I started learning personal development and goal setting and success, right? And so now what I can do is I'm so creative and always have been, so I have all these big visions, but now I take the ones that are truly important to me and I define them clearly, and I know what I actually want to achieve out of that. And then I break them down into the smallest individual action steps that I can, and break those down step by step by step, so that every day I can consistently take a step forward towards my real dreams and goals and plans. And that's a beautiful thing to execute in your life, and I would highly encourage you to do that. And then furthermore, you want a why to your goals. Every good goal has a great why, because you want to know what the results are that you're actually trying to achieve by getting to that goal in your life. The why drives everything. If you know what your why is, you will consistently pursue your goal. So there you are. If you're at this place that you don't have your goals defined, sit down, and you have to have a journal. Writing your goals out by hand and looking at them and reading them and responding them to yourself out loud does something to commit them to your mind and commit them to your motivation. And so I want you to write your goals out by hand and then break them down step by step by step, as small as you possibly can, so that these big daunting goals that you've set for yourself become achievable all of a sudden, and you can make consistent progress towards them. So remember, consistency is key, and then knowing why you want to achieve them is key. So if you haven't set your goals yet, do that. If you have set your goals and you're falling off, take some time to recommit yourself to them. Especially at this point, we're a month and a half into the year. Refocus, reevaluate, put your efforts and energy towards what you want, so that this can be the best year of your life. And if you're still doing good with your goals, that's amazing. I want to hear what your goals are. Write them down in the comments section below. Tell me the things that you're most proud of so far, a month and a half into 2017. Or if you're watching this later on, tell me what you're excited about, what you're most excited about achieving this year. And if you're struggling to accomplish one of your goals and you don't know how you're going to get there, write that in the comments as well, so that together we can look at it, we can analyze it, we can break it down into achievable steps and help you get to where you want in life. That's what this community of Limitless North is about, is we want to be connoisseurs of the good life, right? We want to create the best lives possible for ourselves and achieve the maximum amount for ourselves. And so together we can help you break down your goals, break down your dreams, put them into action steps, and encourage and motivate you along the way to actually achieve that. We want to see some real life change happen this year. And that's why I'm sharing with you guys my goals right now and where I'm at with them and the progress I've made and how I'm making that progress, because I want you to execute that in your life as well. So I hope that inspires you. I hope it motivates you. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. That just helps the video get more exposure. We can really build a great community here by doing that. Also, if you would share this with somebody that's really going after their goals, so that they can be motivated and realize that they're in the top 10% of people if they're still pursuing their goals for the year, and just have that encouragement. But also, if you know somebody that kind of like let their goals dwindle so far this year, share the video with them too, so they can get re-inspired and re-look at what they need to do with their life. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm Kai Block with Limitless North. I'm very excited to have you as part of this community. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.